Hi guys, today we're going to look at the hamstrings, so a bit of strength work and a bit of mobility work, flexibility. Reason being, if you've got tight hamstrings or weak hamstrings, you're going to have a lot of issues training and in movement in general. So things like the pistol squats, which we're covering this week and for the next few weeks, become very difficult. Squatting will be, you'll start to see your shape change, your patterns change, but also day to day you'll find a lot of restrictions in your movement until your body will start twisting and doing things we don't quite want or not as efficient as we'd like them because they're too tight or too weak. And rather than just trying to load it with more weight, what we're going to work on is just simple activation techniques to try and get them firing off as efficiently as possible. So, first one, a little bit of mobility, dead easy. Those of you that have done the flexibility classes will have done it before. We're going to pop, band on our leg, and we're just going to pull, leg locked out straight as far as we can. If you can't get very far and leg starts shaking, just give it a slight bend so you can still feel stretched down the back. Right? As long as you're not bent fully, so ever so slightly, we need a little bit of tension, but you can still get a stretch, that's fine. We're going to pull to your max loading, and then what we're going to do from there, if you want to hold the back of your leg, that's fine, it's just little extensions and flexion of the foot. Just to really get into the hamstring, right? As best you can. And you're going to keep it at your max point. And we're going to do 10 of these. And on your last rep, what we're going to do is pull really tight on your band. If you haven't got a band, you can use a towel. Just make sure when you push, you give yourself a little bit of give. And then on your last rep, we're going to do a max drive back towards the wall. So we're going to do a bit of P&F. So max drive, and I'm not going to let my leg move. I'm just going to hold it there for about 5 seconds. And when you ease off, don't let your leg change. Just relax it for a second, and then hopefully your range should increase. So again, I'm just going to floss it a little bit, get a little bit of movement in there before I go for another max drive. And again, when I'm ready, squeeze tight as I can and drive back my heel back towards the wall as hard as I can. And relax. And hopefully, my range should reach it again. Right? So you can repeat that 1 or 2 times, both legs. And hopefully you should see a big change. If you repeat it daily, it will start to make a big difference for you. Second part, what we're going to work on is a bit of hamstring activation and trying to build a little bit of strength. So you'll need a chair, bed, sofa, anything like that. What we're going to start with is both legs up on top. Now we don't want our knees too bent, we don't want them too straight. There's a little sweet spot in between. And we're going to try and tilt our hips up towards the ceiling just a little, right? So you get a little activation of the glutes. From there, hands on the floor, and we'll drive the hips up as high as we can, and all we're going to do from this position is just walk. So there's one leg up and then the other. Alright? Try to keep the hips up as high as we can the full time. Keep changing as you wish. Alright? Got 20 walks to do. Focus on keeping that max drive at the top as you're doing them. On your last rep, you're not going to come down. You're going to hold it, drop your hips back down to the floor. Lift back up, and at the top, extend as far as you can. Alright? So back down, all the way, pause, drive up, and at the top, with this knee, I'm going to drive up and try and extend it as far as I can. If I'm too far away, I'll be too straight, so I won't be able to get much change in the knee or much activation. If I'm too bent, if my knee's too bent, as I come up, I'm not going to be able to get enough drive. It's going to be very difficult to get that drive. Alright? Sweet. So for that one, I'd say 3 rounds, 20 walks, and you aim for about 12 reps on the extensions, the hamstring extensions. Alright? So here, have a go guys, I hope you enjoyed.